Yeah, Fuzzy Bunny. Still trying to figure out these quarter panels. Thanks, Donnie. (1967) Volkswagen Beetle. Do a walk around. Yeah, it'll still be VW powered. I'm building the 2276 stroker air-cooled Volkswagen engine. Airbags, disc brakes. No, it's not stainless. This is all mild steel. It's just stripped down. Lambo doors. This is what I'm trying to figure out right now. How to hide this hinge. bead roller up and running. Still have basically no idea how to use it. I'm figuring it out though. Made this for mock-up on Friday. You can see I stepped it an 1/8 inch and then an 1/8 inch again and then folded it out. So it gives it a little bit of depth. So it's not just a flat bend. But I think I'm gonna, this is 20 gauge. I think I'm gonna try and make one out of 18, so it's a little bit stiffer, and we'll get a little bit less warpage when I cut it out. What's up, bro? But I'm also probably gonna weld a 1/4 inch rod on the face, on the inside of each of these, just to finish that sharp edge off. I gotta make this panel removable so I can get to all the adjustment screws for the hinges. Mad cow, cut a cap for the tops and leave the gills. Yeah, I'm going to. I'll weld a piece, a little triangle in here. I was trying to press the louvers in on the bead roller without having to cut the top and bottom and just cut a slit, but I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, for the sake of moving forward, I'm just gonna do it like this. I just think I'm gonna try it in a piece of 18 gauge, so it's a little bit stiffer. James wants to know, right at the bottom of the heater channel and bottom plate, how are you sealing that seam? So heater channel's here. Are you talking about this? What's up, phone? The bottom plate of the channel. Yeah, so this is just going to overlap, but you can see there's already metal in here that this is going to lay over. So it's not really going to be sealed. It'll sit just above the paint and bodywork. So there'll be a tiny, like 16th gap, but at the angle, because it overlaps, shit shouldn't fly in there, or I don't plan on driving this car in the rain or snow. So it's a summertime, you know, show car. But with these overlapping, I'm not worried about it being sealed. It'll work like shingles on a roof. See that? Of course, this will all be tight. This is cardboard mock-up. I still have some of the drip rail that I haven't cut off back here yet and welded shut. But this is just the idea. Exactly how I'm gonna make it work, I don't know yet. But I'll figure it out. This is gonna have to be a little bit tighter. I wanna close this gap as much as possible. I need a gap there so the door can do this. So it'll be somewhere around there. Now that I've kind of figured out how I'm going to make this piece, thanks, Voodoo Daddy. I'm just not sure what type of dies, because I couldn't get it to raise up enough, and I went over it multiple times. It just started crumbling the whole sheet. How do you not have any hats for sale? The vendor that I'm using right now for all my merch, the hats that they have are garbage. So I didn't add them to the store. They are not a good shape or fit or for hats. Why not just have the cardboard piece be part of the fender and door be original? Because the way that the hinge functions, it has to swing out like this. The hinge is attached back here, and it comes out like this. That's what I'm trying to hide. So this will have to be part of the door. It won't be part of the door. There'll be a body gap here, just like there is here around the door. There'll be a gap, and this panel will be attached to the hinge, but it'll move on the same plane with the door. Yeah, Voodoo Daddy, I was trying to, I tried it with step dies, tipping dies, well, a tipping die. I only have one, or I guess I have one tipping die, and then I have two for the 1/8 inch. I guess it's a tipping die, but it kind of works like a step die. I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's not a big deal if I have to weld plates up here. I mean, the rest of the car is welded everywhere. I was just curious if I could get these to raise up without cutting them here and actually stretch the metal with the bead roller. Obviously, if you had a die and a press, you would just press it in and it would cut and shape at the same time. But I don't have that. So this will work for now. think I'm gonna frame all this in with either quarter or 5/16 rod, and then that'll give me something solid to weld these panels to, and something to be able to pull measurements off of to match to the other side. What's up, PCC? Yeah, this is also acting like a vent because the front is open. So I'm gonna get a lot of air inside the front trunk, and I didn't want it to be a giant parachute, so I had to make somewhere for the air to come out. So it's dual purpose. As you can see, it's wide open under here. The gas tank will go in there and stuff, but I'm not gonna sheet it all closed because there's a lot of stuff in there that I need to get to from the wheel wells. And the only way to close it in would be to make more removable panels, and I don't want any bolts exposed. I want the whole body to be smooth one piece. But now that I have a general idea of what I'm going to do here, I think I should make this piece first and get it made, because all of this has to clear this. This is going to be the problem when you open and close the door. So if I can get this built and framed up and bolted on, I can work everything else around it. Because as you can see right now, it's just a loose mock-up. This isn't even flush with the door panel. It needs to be curled in more like that. This doesn't even clear. This gap's too big. It's just a rough. Yeah, chop top bugs and bug trucks. Bug trucks are pretty cool. So I'm going to try and frame this piece in. It's pretty much the general shape that I need already. Yeah, Zeus fasteners. What I'm gonna do is you'll see in a minute when I pull the cardboard off, but the hinge is back here, and for the struts that hold the door up, it has multiple threaded mounting holes. And that's actually what I'm gonna attach this panel to, is some of those that I'm not using. I'll make brackets to go back to the hinge, and I'll bolt them to the hinge. Yeah, Lambo doors. I'll be building the 2276 stroker, air-cooled Volkswagen engine. Be around 200 horsepower. all tattoos hurt, but I enjoy it, so I keep getting them. It's a 67. Thanks, Oscar. No, I did not make the hinges. I bought the hinges. I had to make everything else to make the hinges work. It needed a mounting plate. I had to build a subframe inside the quarter panel to mount the plate to, and then all of this to hide it. Thanks, Jonathan. What's up, Indonesia? Yeah, you want to see the hinge for the door? I got the passenger side right here. This is the hinge for the door. So the door opens and then swings up. The door mounts here. This mounts to the subframe. They're big, bulky, cast, super heavy, but they were cheap. Yeah, it's huge. It's a universal kit for any size door. Suburban doors, Cadillac doors. I mean, it can handle any size door. It just so happens that I have a tiny door. But it was a couple $100 for those, or they make smaller ones. You can buy smaller ones with mini shocks, mini struts that take less work, but they're like, I think they're like $1,400 a pair, and I wasn't spending $1,400 on door hinges. Yeah, 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah, 73 Super Beetle on a 2018 Razor 1000. That's pretty cool. I just wanted to do a little live this morning, say hi, show you guys the progress. But I'm not gonna do as long of a live as I normally do today. I want to get some work done and get it recorded, and I can't record it while I'm on live, so. Yeah, it's a Volkswagen. 1967 Beetle. Or what's left of it anyway. So I've stretched the car, the front wheelbase, 10.5 inches. Forward dropped it 4 inches. I designed my own airbag system for it, so it's full air ride and disc brakes all the way around. No, it doesn't have a Porsche motor. I'll be running 94 millimeter Porsche pistons, but it'll still be a 4-cylinder air-cooled Volkswagen engine, just a big one. 2276 cc. Yeah, this is slammed all the way down. There's no air in the bags right now. Yeah, I've heard of the dung beetle. So when it's slammed down, because I had a Pro Street built tranny, IRS converted to swing axle, so it'll camber when I slam it down. Yeah, it'll have plenty of power. I'll be building the 2276 cc air-cooled Volkswagen engine. Yeah, the engine will be air-cooled, around 200 horsepower. Auto workshop, what machine do you use? Can you show me a machine for what? Yeah, it'll be open wheel in the front. I'm gonna spray the whole body with satin black truck bed liner. Thanks, Josh. No, I'm gonna get the satin black and Raptor liner, which is a truck bed spray on. No, both doors aren't done yet. I haven't touched the other side. I'm still trying to figure out this side. I have the subframe that I built inside for the hinge already pre-cut and laying over there, but it's not welded in or lined up yet. I'm trying to figure out the quarter panel situation so I can get all the pieces pre-cut and fabricated, so that when I am done with this side, I can just repeat on the other side. I'm in Idaho, in USA. It'll be for on-road. MIG or TIG if you could only have one? MIG. Midnight blue with metallic flake would look good. Yeah, it'll be satin black truck bed liner, and then I'm gonna have purple accents, this electric purple, which has a shine to it. This is for on-road. It's a street rod. Yeah, it's a 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. Yeah, I built the visor for it and then vented it. The interior is going to be black vinyl and maybe some purple velvet. What's up, Raymond? The rear tire is a Nito track tire that's DOT approved for the street. It's a 325/50/15. No, this is all steel, not aluminum. Thanks, Trevor. I'm gonna try and get some of this quarter panel built today for the door. I'll be building a 2276 cc stroker, Volkswagen, air cooled. Yeah, it'll have plenty of power. What type of cake? You talking about what I'm eating? Avocado toast and fried eggs. You're good, I shit you not. I'm not worried about it. I know what I look like. Thanks for the like. Hit subscribe. Watch the whole process. Jonathan wants to know if it's a hobby or a profession. This is a hobby. I'm an electrician during the week. Someday, hopefully, I'll be able to do this full time. But I'm self-taught. I have no formal training. Everything I've figured out how to do. I just like building shit. So I figure it out. Watch videos, buy the equipment, do the research, practice over and over and over again. And then when I mess up, I cut it off, throw it away, start over. No, I've never heard of that festival. Yeah, this is all a learning process for me. Almost everything you see me do, I'm doing for the first time. At least on this car, you know. I've made a lot of motorcycles before I started this car, but this is my first car. And I thought it would basically be the same as building a custom bike, and it's nowhere near the same. It's completely different. Thanks, I shit you not. I appreciate the gift. My merch store is open. The link's under my bio on my homepage. Go check it out, get you a t-shirt. I'm gonna try to plan a giveaway in the next couple months. For everybody that's bought a t-shirt, I'm gonna throw all their names into a pot and pick one, and I'm gonna personally send you a piece of Berzerker merch that is not available in the store. Yeah, I shit you not. It does add up. I appreciate every little bit. something's better than nothing, you know. It's a 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. VW 420 says never making any progress. I'm always making progress. 90% of it is the planning, prepping, engineering. It doesn't take long to make it once you figure out how to make it. It's figuring out how, doing it differently, having a clear, functional, pre-planning ahead for body filler, paint, thickness. It's a lot of planning and designing. The actual building of it, it takes a couple hours. And even then, once I do build it, sometimes it still doesn't work. So then I have to cut it off and build it again. How much time do you have for making the wide fenders? So the fenders, you can go back in my videos. There are a ton of videos on these fenders. I made, I think, 28 different variations of fenders before I decided on these and then actually built them. Actually building them, again, only took a couple hours, but designing them to clear everything with the air ride, adjustable suspension, and the height you can get on this bug. I have, I mean, almost 12 inches of travel, so it's a lot of clearance that it needs to be able to slam it on the ground like this and drive it at ride height. Loveless says the car is called Fusca in Brazil and is still very popular here. Yeah, you guys have there's a Volkswagen factory in Brazil. Actually, I think that's where I got my race case for the engine. Autolina was from Brazil. What's up, Russia? Yeah, Mexico too. There was another factory in Mexico. Sharp Camaro. What's the plan? Sharp Camaro wants to know what the plan is for the monster behind me. Everything. Thanks, Johnny. I'm building a race engine for it. It's going to be street rod. It's airbagged all the way around, disc brake conversion, Lambo doors, 16-inch wide track slicks in the back. That sidewall to sidewall tread, I think, is 12 or 14 inches. Stretched onto a 15 by 15. Front beam stretch, the wheelbase is stretched 10.5 inches. The wheelbase is widened, I think 12 inches in the rear, 6 on each side, and I think it's half that in the front. I think it's 3, or no, it's 2 or 2.5 inches wider in the front. Reversed hinge the front hood. Loveless. I mean, I don't own a workshop. This is my garage at my house. But I have tools. Getting more tools every day. Engine specs, Johnny, 2276 cc stroker, air cooled, deep sump, 96 blade intercooler, dual 40 mil carbs, ported, polished, Porsche pistons, big valves. I think they're 45-35s. The cam is a FK8, and I think it's 534 lift. You have to beam extender 10 to 12 inches. It's 10.5 inches stretched forward, which is why I had to cut the hood out for the steering box right there. Yeah, I do all the work myself. Everything except for the transmission, the Pro Street built tranny I had built by a friend of mine. And the seats I'm getting upholstered, but I'll do the rest of the interior. I'll do the headliner, carpet, door cards, dashboard, I'll do all that. But I'm not sewing the seats, and I did not build the transmission, but I'll build everything else. French fry. Go build that bug. What's up, Dumpster Fire? Now that I know how to say your handle correctly. ZZ Top of VWs. Yeah. Yeah, or Kerry King, I get that a lot. Or somebody Armstrong. I don't know who it is, but. Yeah, Dumpster Fire. Were you here on Friday when I was trying out the bead roller for the first time? I just made the table and the cart and the telescoping pole for it. And then tried it out, made this piece. today, here in a few minutes, I'm gonna I'm in Idaho, but here in a few minutes I'm gonna get off live so I can record some videos. I'm gonna try and make this panel so I can get it mounted up and positioned so that I can figure out clearance for all this outer quarter. The dumpster fire, if you go to my YouTube, YouTube keeps all my lives. TikTok only lets you grab little 1 minute, a 1 minute clip of it. But the full live is on my YouTube channel. Yeah, the Lambo doors were definitely a engineering feat. I mean, there's probably, you know, faster, less fancier ways to accomplish all this, but I don't want it simple. I want it one of a kind, hard to build. Joanna Anderson. The outer quarter, this is the quarter panel. From the door to the nose is a quarter panel. And yes, this is to vent the front hood, but it's also to hide the hinge that makes this do this. See that? This is the hinge. And I'm trying to hide it. You can see how far it comes out and sticks out. This is where I'll be bolting this panel too. There's these other strut mount holes. So this piece will bolt to the hinge and move with the door. No, I bought these aftermarket. This is a universal hinge. I did not make the hinge. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now. Typically, anytime I do a live, I do both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. But you can go to my YouTube page, Dumpster Fire, and watch my live from Friday. The whole thing's on there. You just, instead of going to videos or shorts, you just go to the live tab. I publish all my lives on YouTube. TikTok won't let me keep them. But I'm gonna cut some round rod. I think this is 5/16, and I'm gonna make a frame for this panel today, and then get the brackets to bolt it to the hinge on there, and then hopefully get it sheeted. Because once that's on, I can get all my measurements to get all these as tight as possible without interfering. What's up, dumpster fire? I Shih Tzu nut. Thank you. Yeah, you can check out all my videos. I've got tons of them. Going all the way back. Not since the beginning of the build. I did some work before I decided to start these channels. The audio is a lot quieter on YouTube, huh? I don't know why. Maybe because it's my older phone. Can you hear me all right, dumpster fire? All right. So again, I think I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna try and cut this quarter panel, this louver piece out of 18 gauge, so it's a little bit stiffer on these vents. And this corner, or on the face of the vent. What's up, Canada? But I get a lot of warpage when I'm cutting it on the bead roller. That could be user error. I don't know. I don't know how to use it. I'm just figuring it out. But I think I'll do this out of 18. I'll probably do this panel out of 20. I just don't see any reason to. It's going to be framed and bolted. So. Put some round rod in the tubing roller right there, and try and match this curve of the door so we can keep all our door gaps tight. I've already got my spacer for the door gap already built. I gotta finish cutting off this strip rail so that this panel will clear without hitting it, and get some tack welds in here. Yeah, it won't be structural. The only reason I want to do this out of a heavier gauge is for less distortion when I build it, when I cut it on the bead roller. I think if it was thicker, it would stay flatter and I would have less metal work to do. But I don't even know, I'm pretty sure my bead roller can cut 18 gauge, but I don't know yet, I haven't tried. It Lambos the doors or it gets the torch again. So I'm gonna get off here for now. try and get some of this work done and get it recorded so I can get some new videos out. But maybe I'll do a live tomorrow and show you guys the progress. So I'll see you later.